Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. You're new, welcome. Today's makeup look is a cranberry smoky eye inspired. I don't know really where I was going with this, but I went somewhere and this is what we have. So if you'd like to find out how I achieved this look, please keep on watching. Guys, so I'm gonna first prep my skin using my DERMALOGICA skin smoothing cream. This is just a moisturizer that I always use because my skin has been super dry lately. So you definitely want to take care of your skin underneath your makeup, of course, so that it lays right. And then after I go on with my moisturizer, I'm gonna go in using my Marc Jacobs coconut face primer. And I like to do this first and let it set in while I'm doing my eyes. That way when it's time to put on foundation, everything is already smooth and ready for makeup. Alright guys, so now I'm going to go with my Bite Beauty Agave lip mask. I just purchased this. It was a little expensive, I'm not even gonna lie. $26 for a lip mask. I'd be tripping. But I'm such a lip junkie. Like, I hate dry lips, especially when I'm using like matte liquid lipsticks and stuff. No, I just can't do it. So I had to splurge, but it was a lot. Now I'm just gonna go in with my PLOUISE eyeshadow base in the shade 2. I'm just gonna put this all over my lid and buff it in. That way my shadows really pop, because makeup truly does, and I'm learning this as I go, it definitely does look different on camera. Like, sometimes camera doesn't give it the justice that it does in person. So the eyeshadow base helps it stay, helps it last, helps the color be more vibrant. Basically, I cannot do my shadow without an eyeshadow base. Like, I've tried, the shadows don't stay. Probably by the time I leave the house, my eyeshadow's off my eyes and looking crazy. And with the shade Whimsy and Innocent, because I'm like the most indecisive person in the world and I can never choose one of anything. So I'm going to use both of those as my transition color, and I'm just using my Sigma blending brush to go in and just blend out that color to really basically just skin like. I just don't want a harsh transition between the other colors that I'm going to put in my crease. So I want to always use a transition color just so I don't have any harsh lines, so you can't see where one color starts and another one stops. Alright guys, so now going in with that same palette, I'm going to go in with that deep purple in the shade Vamp. And I'm going to keep that directly in my crease and work that in using my flat blending brush. It's a Sigma E25, I believe. Everything will be linked below. If you guys have any questions, please call me out. Please ask if I forget anything. But I'm just going to take that shade and I'm just going to blend it out into my crease. Now guys, I'm going back in with my blending brush that I use for my transition shade, just to blend the colors like together. I still want to keep that purple shade in my crease where it is, so I don't want to blend it too much up, but I do want to blend them together so there's no line, so you don't see where that color starts and where the other color stops. Taking the same palette, I'm going to go in with that pink shade, and that is in the shade Mod. And I'm going to still put that in my crease and kind of blend it with that purple brush. Not purple brush, meaning blend it in with the purple shadow. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about today. I don't know what's going on in my life. And I'm using my Smith 230 blending brush. This brush is really nice because these brushes are like made out of goat hair or something. So I was like real hype when I could grab a few. But yeah, I'm just going to keep that a little bit above my crease, not so much in, but I'm kind of blending the colors together and getting that smoky look. Okay guys, so now it's time to cut your crease, my most favoriteest part. I'm using another Smith brush. This one is 302, and this one is really good for cutting your crease because it's really short and flat and it's angled. So it's really, you're really able to get that curve. And if you have issues like me, because I have hooded eyes, it's a struggle sometimes, but you have to learn what works best for you, and how to cut your crease on your eye and where it should sit and where it should lay. It may take a minute, but guys, just keep going and you'll get it. Because again, like I say, I have hooded eyes, so the way I cut my crease may be a little bit different from somebody who has like a larger eye, who has a wider lid, that has that space, has more of a defined crease versus what I have. But either way, you figure out what works best for you. But this brush works bomb for me. And when cutting your crease, don't rush. It takes time. Even though I know these videos make it look like people do them in like 2 seconds, they don't. It takes time and it takes precision. So don't try to rush it. Now for my lid color, I'm going in with my ColourPop. I clearly can't talk today. Palette, ColourPop times I Love Sarai. My girl. But the color I'm using is that pink shimmery shade, and that is in the shade Heavy Glam. It's like a metallic shade. I'm just gonna put that all over my lid. I'm gonna spray a flat shader brush and then dip it into that shade. Going in with the same ColourPop palette, I'm using that deep purple. It was in the shade Rosy, and I'm using that same flat shader brush that I use for my crease color, and I'm gonna put that kind of in my crease and towards like the outer corners of my eye, just to smoke it out. Now I'm going in with my black liquid liner from NYX. I'm just gonna go ahead and line my eyes and kind of wing it out a little bit. Now I'm going to be using my NOIR's Climax Mascara just to coat my lashes before I put on my strip lashes, my falsies, because I hate putting mascara on top of them. I like them to last as long as they can. Now I'm going in with the lashes, Hawaiian lashes in this style Rosy. And I do have a discount code for them. It will be linked below if you want to save money. Going in with another primer. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish. It's a blurring primer, and I'm just going to put it everywhere where I feel like my pores are the largest. That way I get that smooth look once I put my foundation on. And with my Bobbi Brown Longwear Weightless Foundation, I am in the shade Golden. I believe it's number 6. I'm just going to put this all over my face, and then I'm just going to go in and right at that moment, of course, I spill foundation on my shirt because why would I not? It's me. Going in with my flat Morphe E6 brush. I like this brush to put on foundation because it's a little smaller and it's flat and it's really, really soft. I always go in using a brush and then I'll go back over it with my beauty blender just to give it like that airbrush look. Now I'm going in with my Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is fairly new. I'm just going to go in and highlight underneath my eyes because Lord, do I need it. And my forehead and my nose. And then my chin and above my lip. I'm just going to blend that out. I'm going to use a brush first to kind of set in the color. And then I'm going to go in, same as foundation, and use my beauty blender so that it gives it like a flawless set into my skin look. Oh wow, whatever I was running my mouth about, I was real serious. I was into that conversation. I was looking mad. Now I'm using my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Dark Cocoa as my contour. And I'm just contouring contouring my cheekbones and then my nose, and then again with the forehead a little bit this time because your girl ain't got none. Now I'm just buffing that contour shade up. I want to go up, that way it's not too far down my jawline and it looks crazy and you don't have too much to clean up, but you kind of want to set it in before I go in and set it with a bronzer. I just basically do like tapping motions because you don't want to move the product around, so I just take my time and just set it into my skin, and then I'll go back and clean up and set it with a bronzer. Now I'm going in with my Morphe E46 brush, and I'm just gonna blend out that nose contour. I like the way that it's angled and it's really soft, so you can really get that curve, the curve of your nose. So that's why I like to use this brush to blend that out. And you guys, make sure you blend out that nose contour. You do not want to be leaving out the house looking crazy with some unblended nose contour. It's not cute. It's not cute at all. Blend, blend, blend. Now I'm going in with my Laura Mercier setting powder, and I'm just going to set underneath my eyes using the powder puff that it comes with. I kind of just set it into the skin, and then I'll clean up my contour a little bit underneath if need be. And then while I let that set, I'll normally just put my shadows and do my under eyeliner and everything like that while that's just letting that bake. Now I'm just going underneath with that Vamp dark purple shade from the Tarteist Pro palette, and I'm just going in my lower lash line and just kind of bringing that all together. Now I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills powder contour. I've really been loving this. I was in the market for a new one because I always feel like I need something new, and I picked this up in the shade Mahogany, and it is bomb.com. And then I'm just going in with my Morphe E58, and this is a good contour brush. I'm just setting my contour, my cream contour with the powder bronzer. And this brush is really nice because it has like an angle to it, so it really gets when you're doing like your cheek contour and everything like that. It's fire. Now I'm going to spray my face with my Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray, and then I'm going to use my Beauty Blender one more time to kind of set all the powders in, keep them in place before I go in with my highlight. Now I'm going in with my Dose of Colors Desi X Katie Fuego highlighter, and I'm going to just highlight to the gods. And then I'm also going to go back in with my Beauty Blender, kind of just set that into my skin because I just want to look like it's coming from within. You know, I don't want it to look like it's sitting on top of the skin. So that's why I always go back in with my Beauty Blender to kind of set everything in. Now I'm going in with some mascara for my lower lashes because I swear when I don't put mascara on my lower lashes, my eyes just do not pop the way they're supposed to. And I'm just using the MAC Extended Play mascara because the wand is really, really small and good for my lower lashes. And I'm going to go in with Chestnut Lip Liner from MAC Cosmetics and line my lips. Then I'm going in with my Kylie Cosmetics times KKW in the shade Kimberly. And that, you guys, is the finished look on how I achieved this cranberry inspired smoky eye. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you are not already subscribed, please do so now. Please turn on that post notification bell, that way you're notified every time I upload a new video. Please let me know what you guys would want to see next in the comment box below. Give me any feedback and let me know, guys. Thanks for watching. Love you.